Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. It's time to review another horror movie. This time, review the latest horror movie starring Idris Elba. It is called Beast. Now, Beast is a 2022 American survival horror thriller film. It was directed by Komarku. I think I pronounced his last name right. And it was written by Ryan Eagle. Now, once again, the film stars Idris Elba, Haley, Leah, Sarah Jeffries, and Charlton Copley. Now, in the film, a father and his two teenage daughters find themselves hunted by a massive rogue lion intent on proving that Savannah has but one apex predator. Yes, when it comes to horror movies, more like survival horror thriller films, there's nothing more dangerous when seeing animals attacking humans. Outside of the shark films or the alligator crocodile films, we've seen plenty of horror thriller films with this type of premise. Whether it's the Jaws ripoff film Grizzly, Stephen King's Cujo, Man's Best Friend, Kingdom of the Spiders, or the Australian thriller Razorback, they all show humans at the mercy of animals attacking them. Perhaps one of the best types of these films, it kind of has its own subgenre, is the ones that have lions attacking humans. Yes, because out of all the animals, they are known as the king of the jungle. Whether it's 2010's Burning Bright, 2007's Prey, or everyone's favorite, the 1996 The Ghost and the Darkness, we've had our fair share of seeing lions attacking humans. Now, if done right, you can have yourself a decent and successful horror thriller film that shows just how dangerous lions can be, especially to humans. I'm pretty sure we've seen our fair share of those films of National Geographic or anything else that we've probably seen, where we've seen lions do what they do best. They hunt in pairs, they know how to hunt, they successfully get their praise. And just imagine if humans are in the mix, and we've seen how dangerous it can be for humans. So that brings us to Icelandic film director Balasar Komar's latest entry into the subgenre called Beasts. Now we're introduced to Dr. Nate Samuels, a widowed husband who decides to bring his daughters, Meredith and Nora, on safari in South Africa where he met his wife, their mother. Now, while touring the preserve with Nate's best friend Martin Battles, they discovered that a local village has been ravaged by a rogue lion. Now, things only get worse when the Jeep they're traveling in crashes into a tree and they're trapped in the Jeep with the rogue lion stalking them nearby. So that's basically what the film is about. As we see in the beginning of the film, we see poachers attacking a pride of lions. One lion gets away and he gets back at the poacher and he just goes on a mission just to kill anything in his way to get revenge about his pride being destroyed. You really have to give the filmmakers credit as they take full advantage of the South African areas where this film is shot. If I'm not mistaken, this film was shot all around South Africa. I believe it was filmed some parts of Cape Town and some other preserves in that part of Africa. And they really do a good job in showing that. It gives the film a surreal feel, like you're in another world, and I'm sure everyone took advantage of seeing nature up close and personal. I've never actually been on a real safari before. I've been in the ones they have at Great Adventure here in Jersey, and I would, and not saying I would love to, but I wouldn't mind going to actually Africa itself and seeing nature up close in the wild and seeing all the animals, where it's giraffes, rhinos, alligators, lions, anything that's out in the wildebeest, seeing them out in nature is a different experience, and you get that experience when seeing a film like this. Now, just like all films of this nature, we have plenty of tension and suspense from the opening of the film, when Martin interacts with a pride of lions, and of course, when the rogue lion attacks everything in sight of him. Yeah, I wouldn't do some of the stuff that I've seen people do in this film, but when you're in that part of the area, sometimes you do have to make sure that you're trying to protect the animals. And I'm pretty sure some people, such as Martins, do get friendly with the lions. I, of course, have no interest in getting that friendly with lions because they're wild animals for a reason. That's the reason why I wouldn't do anything with a lion. Now, obviously, there are times when the lines were real enough, so they're meant to be the threat you expect them to be. So I really have to give the filmmakers credit, because obviously these are all CGI lines, but they do look real. Other times, however, you can see that the filmmakers had a hard time making the low line look real enough, as the CG looks bad. I mean, there are certain points in the film where the rogue line looks good, but then there are other points you can just tell it's just a CGI line, it's not real. I'll give the filmmakers credit. They really did try their best to make the lines look real. I mean, yeah, movies like I say, like Rogue and Crawl, and I think Backwater Country, if I'm not mistaken, the alligators look real enough to be the threat. And at times in this particular film, the lions do look real enough. The rogue lion looks real enough, but unfortunately, at other times, you can tell that that's not a real lion. Now, of course, Idris Elba does a good job as Nate, Dr. Nate Samuels, a man who misses his wife and is really trying to reconnect with his daughters. During some points of the film, you can sense the tension between Meredith and Nate as we learn what happened between him and their mother, as she believes he abandoned the family due to her mother's illness and really needed him to be there. He wasn't there. And we can sense that tension in there. Now, both Ileana Haley and Leah Savannah Santa Jeffries are fine as Meredith and Nora, who, despite being out of the element, portray the girls as smart, clever at times, but also scared shitless as anyone would be in a situation like this. Now, I will say only a couple times do we see the girls make dumb decisions that you would never want to do, but I think it's more out of necessity because of how they feel of certain characters in the situation they're in. So I'll excuse some of the dumb decisions that they do make in this film because they care about the person, they have a relationship with this guy. I understand they want to make him safe, so I'll forgive that dumb decision, but they're not dumb altogether. Sometimes they do smart things. They're very well active, and I think they did a pretty good job. And again, like they said, they're scared shitless because that's the last thing you want to do is get caught in the wild with a rogue lion. I mean, there's plenty of action. Like I said, there's plenty of tension and suspense in the film. And while the third act does go a bit beyond belief, I still enjoyed the movie. It's just not The Ghost in the Darkness. I mean, overall, I did enjoy the film. Idris Elba, he's going to do what he's going to do because he's a great actor. I did like the two actresses playing his daughter, Sharpla Copley. He's pretty good as as a character actor here. He does a fine job as Martin. You can see the camaraderie that he has with Idris Elba. They have great chemistry together. I love the chemistry between Idris and the two daughters that play his daughters. I thought a really good job. I really didn't like the poachers in this film. I'm assuming they wanted to make it kind of a second threat, but it just would have been best if they weren't actually in the film. Yeah, we can have them in the beginning of the film, which is good because we needed a reason why the lions were attacking humans. We really didn't need them in anymore. We could have just left them out of the third act of the film. But overall, I did enjoy the film, so I'm going to give Beast 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Giving it 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. I believe it's just as good as 2007's Prey. A little bit better than Burning Bright, but it's not The Ghost in the Darkness. You're not going to top that film. But hey, look, I really did enjoy the film. So there you have it, guys. That is my video and review for today. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share because you know how well it helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Beast? Please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.